password and also enter your email address there. Okay, so after you're done with that, you're just gonna come to your access solution and then you go to your bottom to say device manager. So on the device manager here, you just gonna say auto search. So right now I can see 4 devices, but the one that I'll be working on will be these 2. Okay, it will be the ASI facial recognition that I had, and then once it says add, those passwords you've put is the ones that you need to put in there. So normally our devices, the password, the default one will be admin, and then the password will be admin123. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it in admin12345, sorry. And then once you see that, then it's added. As you can see, it's online there. Okay, so if sometimes it comes to something like, you know what, you're having 2 devices and our default IP address will be 192.168.1.108. But now you've got all the devices that are on default. You can easily click on this device and say modify IP address. So once you say modify IP address, maybe you can make it 192.168. Let me just put it 168.1. It's on 9 right now. Let me give it 07. This is fine. So yeah, I'm gonna have 225.
I think the subnet you put 2 dot on the subnet. There is a
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to
No,
put 0.
again.
We need to do
Yeah.
dot zero.
Sorry. Aibu. Oh, here. This is the problem. Is it?
No, 192.
Oh, 192, that's a problem.
At least we're on the same page, guys. I'm glad. Okay, cool. Then after it will ask you for the password of that device, right? So mine, I've made it admin, and then it will be admin12345. Okay.
So, sir, are you saying the default admin when you buy it is going to be admin 12345?
No, so after you buying it, once you power it on, it will ask you to set them.
Or you set it up?
You set it up, whatever you want. But I usually use admin12345.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So once you power on the device, you can set your own IP addresses there.
And the password?
And the password.
Oh,
correct. Okay. And then the default password will be 192.168.1.108. Okay. So once you're done adding the device, you can come to your personnel. So under personnel here, you can set the department. So this will always be default. It will always be there, and then you can just say sales, right? And then you just say okay, and then I can add another one if I want. Let me just say this one, I'm gonna make it technical. So these are the departments that you'll be having. But I made it under this one. Cool. And then after you set the department, you can just easily come here and say add. Let me say I'm giving my ID number. I'm gonna give myself 1, and then here I'm gonna add myself. So with this one, it doesn't give you two spaces to put your names here. So it's just one line where you can put your name and surname. So you don't get name and also surname on it. Okay, and then you can here choose the department. I will say sales, general user. You can choose whether it's a VIP user, guest, patrol, block list, or other. So this way it will be able to identify the person there. Validity time. So as you can see on this one, we've got it from today now up until 2033 there. So it's fine, you can leave it like that, and then after you can come here and say config. So now what do I want to add on this one? Password, card, or fingerprint? I want to add a card. So with the card as well, you have to come here, you choose, are you using a card reader or you using an enrollment reader, right? So if it's a card enroller, you're gonna have to choose card reader, right? Then after you saying okay, you can say okay, and then you say add. Once you punch that card on the reader, then the number will come out there. I'll just show you now. Because I'm doing it with a device, I'm gonna have to go here because I'm enrolling using the device. So it's gonna be device, and then you go under device, you're gonna choose the device. I'm gonna say reader 1, and I'm gonna say okay. Then after that, I'll say add. So can you see the card number comes up there? So you can do it enrolling on the reader itself, or you can enroll using the enrollment reader, USB, where you have it on your thing here. And I'm gonna say okay, you've got it there. I can say permission, config, because it's a device. I'm gonna come here and I'll select my device because that's the one that I've got there, and I'll say finish. Okay, so as you can see, under sales, it shows you that you've added that person. Now, let's say for instance, you've got 100 people that you wanna register, and you don't wanna sit in front of your PC or things like that. You can easily go to import, right? And you say create list template, right? So with this one, let me save it under documents maybe. Okay, replace it, it's fine. Under documents, I've got it there. So I can go under documents here, where is it? So you'll get a list like this. So on this list as well, you're gonna give it an ID. Let me just say 2, right? And I'll give the bottom one 3, right? Let me just say Dylan, and I can say, just say D, right? Type, user type, you can say general. So general. Same as this one. Department, I can say sales. This one I can say technical. Right? And then cut number, if you know the cut number, you can edit as well, right? But from here, if you'll be registering them, the only thing you need to go and do here, you just go to, where is this? To your Excel, ID type. So under ID type, you can just say ID. You just put ID only, okay? Then after you can save. So I've added 2 people there. So it's saving now. No, even here, I have to say ID on this one as well. and I can close it, and now I can say import. Import persons list. I'm gonna go to that document that I had, person list, can say open. Can you now see that success? Those I've added Dylan and D, so it's here. So if you'll be having a long list where maybe you've got 100 people that you wanna register, you can just get the Excel spreadsheet, do it. If you're done with 10, you save it, because on the software, once you close it, you're gonna lose everything. But having the Excel spreadsheet, you don't have to do it all over again. You get your Excel, you save it, other people come, you register, and then you can just import it there. So now, how do you get the card? So with this one, you're gonna say batch card issue. Because it's a lot, you can't do everyone one by one. So on this one, it will give you the names here, right? This, I'm using my bank cards to register. So if I press here, no, sorry, I have to go to so here I have to go to this one. You select where are you punching. I'm using a device. You have to select that device, and then you say card read. Can you see that it has given Dylan a number right now? So let's say, for instance, you select all those people. Instead of going one by one, you'll put this card, you know this is Dylan's card, right? You put another card, this one is not working. Let me get it. Does it exist? Cool. So there's another one there. So after you've done this process of adding everyone on an Excel spreadsheet, after that you just punch a card, you put it there. This is Dylan. You put another one. This is Cyril, and then this one. This is falls under this person. This will be very convenient when you're adding people, rather than doing them one by one. This will be more convenient for you. So they all have the ID card numbers there. Just come this side, and I can just say okay. Now I can say okay. So I can go here. Again, when you're giving permission to someone, you just have to come here. You know the card number and so forth. You come to your device, you select the device, and then you select that same device, and then you say okay. Because if you have different department as well and different devices, you just have to know that at the sales office, only the salespeople can go in. At the technical office, only those certain people will have to go in. Hence, it's necessary for you to go there to give permission and select the right device where you want to give the person permission. Are we on the same page from adding the device and also adding the personnel? Okay. All right. Then now let me do this. So here, this is where you're gonna see your real-time monitoring. Okay. At the same time, you can open using the device here. Close, and I can see. Can you hear the relay that?
Yeah.
It's clicking, eh?
Right.
So you can do it manually, open, and you can also close it using that one manually. And then you come to your access configuration here, time template. So here it's just a matter of setting shift, all day or work day template, weekend template. You just have to choose which one is it gonna be, and then you can start setting up your thing. So advanced configuration. Under this one, we're gonna look at your first card unlock. multi-card unlock, anti-passback, and also interlocking. Okay, so with the first card unlock, if I set it to say my card, Cyril's card must be the first one to open, and then the rest will come after. If I'm not at the office, it means no one will be able to enter the office until I open. So that's how it's gonna work. And then on this one, obviously, it's pretty much straightforward. You choose a door, for which device is it, okay? For which device is it? And then here you're gonna have to choose the person who you want to punch first. Let me say Cyril will be the first one. That's cool. And then you can mute it here. So if you switch it on like this, it means now it's no longer on. And then if you put it back on, then you'll be able to do it. So you don't necessarily have to delete that person. You can just freeze it. If you want to edit and add another person, you'll be able to do that as well. And then you get your multi-card unlock. So this is like the one I was talking about for the bank and stuff like that. So you'll be able to come here to choose the device. It's always compulsory to do this one. You choose the device, and on that group that you set, you can just transfer those people there. You can say 3 people will be able to open the safe, and then after that you can just say, okay, I haven't added the group. Then after that you can just say okay, and then you get that. Anti-passback. So with the anti-passback as well, this one will need a controller. With the anti-passback as well, let's keep in mind the standalone reader and what we call and a slave reader cannot do the anti-passback. Okay, you always need a controller to do the anti-passback. So if you get a controller, then you can do the anti-passback. For instance, if you get a turnstile which is one way and you want to do anti-passback, you need to get a controller. You can get a 1-door controller or 2-door controller, and you get your 2 readers. Then you'll be able to set the anti-passback on it. So how it works, our anti-passback is pretty much simple. Let me do this. I'll come back to this. I just want to do this quickly so that you can all understand that one.
Uppercase there, username and password.
Username and password. Did I change this?
No, I think it might be an issue with the password. It was on uppercase.
Thank you guys. There we go. See, we've learned something today. So it will be easier for you guys to go install now. You're getting familiar with it. So, okay, coming back to the anti-passback. So it's gonna be under your advanced anti-passback, and then I can say add. Did I add the device? So now that device is 107, right? And I've got 2 doors, obviously. Okay, can click this one. Okay, so I can click this one to say my anti-passback is gonna be between reader 1 and reader 2. Let me restart. Let me start it afresh. I think anti-passback is one thing that most people want when they are on site. So you're gonna say add. You select the device. my controller is 107. So with this one, I'm gonna come here and you click. Can you see? You've got your in group, you've got your out group. Right now, if I add this one and say this one here, and then I'm gonna click here, I'm gonna select